Want to know the real secret to winning big? You don't win by doing more. You win by saying no first. I was able to grow my YouTube channel to 30,000 subscribers in 1 year by focusing on one thing. But I'll show you today why focusing on one thing and saying no is the key to real success and how you can improve your life, get results, and grow your business. This will change how you think about success. This video is very simple. It only has 3 sections. First, we're going to talk about the problem. Then I will share some personal stories with you. And in the end, I will summarize the whole discussion. More isn't better, it's just more. Imagine having 10 shirts in your closet and you decide that it's time to buy some new ones. Most of your old shirts are useless and worn out. What do? You have 2 choices. Number 1, you can add on top of the existing 10. Let's say you buy 2 more, now you have 12. Option 2 is that you first get rid of the ones that no longer serve your purposes. Let's say you get rid of 4 and then you add 2. The total is 8. Which one of these 2 options is best for you? I would always take 8. A cleaner, streamlined closet version with best shirts versus a cluttered one. It's about deleting and then adding. Let's switch gears and talk about business life. A business is worth more when you have more customers and the existing customers are worth more. So the revenue per customer is higher. So at first glance, it looks like adding is the option or the solution there as well. But actually it's a trap. First, you need to understand how to focus, streamline your operations, maybe work with fewer customers, cut the products that no longer serve your purposes, and then start adding after that. So deleting again is the first option. That's what the most successful companies do. Governments make this mistake too. Instead of fixing broken laws, they stack new ones on top of the existing ones. The result? Bureaucracy, complexity, and slower progress. We've seen it so many times. Okay, you might say, I've heard enough. 3 examples. We were left with 2 options, add and delete. Adding in our option meant chaos, and delete is the same as clarity. Because if we don't know how to say no first, there's no way how we can simplify our operations, get rid of those redundant features, or truly understand what the customers need. Why is it then so difficult for us to delete if that's such a power word to say no? Because we are deep down insecure. We don't truly understand what the product is all about, or what the customer really needs. That's why it's so much easier for us to cover our own butt and just to make sure, add another requirement on top of a long list of requirements. Admitting to ourselves that dumbing it down is the real solution. People think that the solution to real success and progress in life is to look for that complex option. But no, super successful people understand that simple at scale is super hard and complex at scale is impossible. This is what the late Charlie Munger said. Complexity always leads to headache. If you try to scale complexity, it's impossible. That's why we always start with delete first so that we get clarity. Some personal stories next. When I started in real estate, I was a nobody. I didn't know anyone, I didn't have any customers, and I had to start from scratch. What did I do? Instead of focusing on everything, I said no to everything else but one thing. And that one thing was to let people know that I existed. I understood that I was a nobody in my market, like I just mentioned. So I had to let people know that here I am, and this is my value proposition. Make good promises and keep them all. Be willing to work for free until I get my first deal and start making money. That's exactly what I did. No fancy strategies. I didn't know anything or enough about business plans or rehab costs or after repair values. I just focused on one thing. I started calling agents, reaching out, making sure that they knew I existed. Repeating my value proposition. Make good promises, keep them all. That's what I did. And after 6 months, I started making money. So in that case, it was all about saying no to all the distractions. Focus on that one thing that I identified was the winning action. Now I'm on YouTube. I'm a business coach. I have 30,000 subscribers. By the way, thanks to you for all of that. I'm super grateful. And I'm doing this to market my services. Instead of building an email list, cold calling, reaching out to people I know and people I don't know, doing live shows, doing all kinds of bells and whistles to market, I focus on one thing, creating these YouTube videos. I said no to all the other distractions so that I would get better at this. And then I coach the people who reach out to me. This is my baseline. I lay the foundation so that it becomes strong enough that I can build on, so to say. That's what I'm doing right now. It's far from perfect. My first business wasn't perfect. My second wasn't perfect, far from that. And this one is the same thing. I still need to get better. But I understood in the beginning that I had to really, really focus on one thing and get rid of all the distractions. That's what it boils down to. Okay, it's time to summarize and introduce the solution. Say no, then focus. I've divided this section into two parts, so we have business and personal goals. A couple of examples here on the whiteboard. Let's start with the business side. Typically, when I'm a business owner, I have a couple of things on my mind. How can I get more customers? And how can I make the existing customers worth more? What would be the solutions here? Let's use this mantra here, this principle as an example. If I want more customers, maybe my first step is to understand what metrics, what marketing efforts really work, understand the numbers behind the actions, and then get rid of those marketing channels that don't work and double down on the ones that do work. So first I need to understand where I am, then I delete, and then I focus and double down. What about making the existing customers worth more? Maybe I truly understand what product features are valuable to my customer base. In order for my product to be excellent, get those 5-star reviews. Maybe I get rid of all redundant features. Make sure that all my details are perfect. I can't have perfect details if I have too many of them. So I delete first, I simplify my product, make it more user-friendly. What about here? Better health, more happiness, more muscles, more friends, more success. I don't know, let's pick more friends. Maybe the real question is it's not how many friends you have. Maybe you don't have the right friends. Maybe you get rid of those people who no longer serve your purpose, who don't make you better, whose interests are not aligned with you, and who don't support you no matter what. And then you get new friends. What about more muscles, better fit? Maybe you get rid of junk food first, so you delete and you start adding better routines after that. I could go on and on and on with this. What about more happiness? Maybe you cut distractions and focus on fewer things so you can get really, really good at those. And you understand that work is the goal. You cut your tie to that outcome, and then you learn how to enjoy the daily grind. That's what it boils down to. I really want to challenge the status quo of people automatically, naturally adding to their agenda instead of deleting first. So think about it next time. Say no to one thing this week. Maybe it's scrolling too much, overcommitting, or a bad habit. And say yes to one thing that moves you truly forward. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. I highly appreciate it. I know time is your most valuable resource. And I'll see you again in the next one. Thanks and bye.